Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Taylor Heineke and the Washington football team versus Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
Now, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with the New York Giants.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports.
On the return, Jabril Peppers.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football and doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Now he's forced out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
DeAndre Carter back deep. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie. But boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
A first down throw for Heineke.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Logan Thomas experienced a breakout season last year at the age of 29. Converted from playing quarterback, he finished 3rd among tight ends with 72 catches, and it certainly looks like his future is awfully bright.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Heineke. Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Running again with Barkley on second down. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Rudolph has it left side.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now this is Shepard on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. It's a first down and more for
fighting through, and he's got space. And he gets this one down to the 24. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Heineke.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff for Gibson.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Now Heineke. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. To return, it's Peppers.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 45 on 2nd down. Jones over the middle, and it's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Being chased. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jonathan Allen able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 1st down Giants. Jones to Ingram.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Looking to throw. Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Kick is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Washington offense heading out.
Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
To throw is Heineke.
Buying time to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
They're throwing it on 1st down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Heineke now.
He gets it to Thomas. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Second and 6. Heineke to throw it. That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to...
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On third down, Heineke.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either can first place, get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in a zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line.
They begin with a run by Barkley.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Out to the right here to Shepard. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Looking to throw. Jones completes this again to Shepard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And despite missing 4 games in 2020, Sterling Shepard tied his career high with 66 catches, and that led all Giant receivers, and he makes a nice catch there.
Here's Jones on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw again. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off play action. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards and a giant first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
2nd and 7. It's Barkley on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Touchdown, Giants. It's Daniel Jones finding Evan Ingram. And the Giants add on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Heineke on first down.
It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up.
Throwing again on second down.
Heineke.
Got a man. It's Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Throwing. Heineke. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Heineke. A throw to the flat here from McKissick.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big...
Touchdown, Washington.
Logan Thomas as the first half is winding down.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll
indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from the former Duke man, Daniel Jones. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And able to get this out to the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
First down, Heineke. It's caught. Humphreys. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw, Heineke. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
On 2nd down now. It's Gibson, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. A carry for Gibson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's taken down inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. De'Ami Brown, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. To return, it's Peppers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones finds his tight end Ingram.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To throw again on second down. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Jones to throw on third down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A pass there over the middle to start things out.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
2nd and 4. On the draw, it's Gibson.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down,
Gibson.
and he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. They'll go again with Gibson.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gibson again. A beautiful fake. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 110 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And Washington has taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. To return, it's Peppers. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
The Giants needed and went out and got a bona fide #1 receiver in Kenny Galladay from Detroit, where he spent 4 seasons and twice went over 1,000 yards. He'll really help the young quarterback, Daniel Jones.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Jones. A short throw to Ingram. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? The Giants on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
This young man, Chase Young, has it all. Speed, power, and a full arsenal of moves to get to the quarterback. The Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2020, he had 7.5 sacks that season. They expect plenty more in the future.
Gano's kick is good.
And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Once more, Gibson.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Washington on 3rd down.
They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Quick slant to Brown.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
That was simply snap, rock, and fire. I mean, they didn't take long at all. Slant route, and I loved where he put it. He put on the body of the receiver low so that only he can catch it.
I don't think there was any magical formula there. Defensively, that's just tough to defend.
Very much so, and that way it allows the receiver to keep his body in front of the defender and not allow him to go through him to knock the ball away.
A first down throw for Heineke.
This will be caught once again by Brown. A gain of 6 there on first.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Heineke.
Thomas has got it, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On first down, Gibson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Heineke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here.
Now Heineke.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 36, Jones eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Giants on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now, a huge third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. That catch good for only a couple.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Jones.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking for Shepard deep. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's Jones.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Jones.
Touchdown! That's caught.
Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard.
And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that will make this a 4-point game. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Heineke now in the Washington offense. Down by 4, 80 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll look to throw. Humphreys with a reception. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. He's got McLaurin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He's back to throw. He'll look downfield for Humphreys, and that is dropped. Oh, my goodness, that could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And they'll throw again, Heineke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.